Tammy Slaton's shocking weight loss transformation can't hide 1000 lb sisters' real Season 7 problem. Tammy Slaton, the elder of the two sisters on 1000 lbs Sisters, has made significant weight loss progress in Season 7. Her health had been declining for years. She relied on oxygen to breathe, couldn't move without help, and refused to follow medical advice. Things only began to change after a near-death experience landed her in the hospital and forced her into rehab. She stayed there for several months and was eventually approved for bariatric surgery. Since then, she has lost over 500 pounds, and this achievement became the central focus of 1000 lb's Sisters Season 7. However, the show spends almost no time on the problems that came before. There is little to no mention of the way she treated her family or the damage she caused to her relationships. What viewers are shown is a version of Tammy that feels new, yes, but overly polished. By leaving the messy parts on the cutting room floor, TLC creates a false image of what weight loss surgery can actually fix. It sends the wrong message about recovery and enables Tammy to avoid accountability for the emotional work she still hasn't done. Tammy Slaton has a history of problematic behavior. Tammy has a well-documented history of being rude and hostile throughout the earlier seasons of 1000 lb's Sisters. She yelled at her sister, Amy Slaton, on a pretty regular basis, especially when Amy encouraged her to stay on track with her diet. In one scene, Amy simply asked her to grab her own peanut butter. Tammy yelled at her, labeled her insensitive, and drove her to leave the house. Tammy also had a pattern of playing the victim. When she left rehab earlier than planned, she blamed others for her situation instead of taking responsibility. In Season 3, when her nurse encouraged her to walk a short distance for exercise, Tammy verbally abused her and claimed that the nurse did not understand how painful it was. The nurse eventually quit because of how badly she was treated. Why does Tammy's glow-up in 1000 lb's Sisters Season 7 feel manufactured? After years of showing her relapses, outbursts, and refusal to take responsibility, the network may be trying to avoid viewer fatigue by hiding her old habits and temper. In 1000 lb's Sisters Season 7, the bad parts of Tammy's personality are magically gone. Even in moments where she's under pressure, like delays in her surgery, her reaction is shown as calm and collected with barely any signs of struggle. The show also makes it seem like Tammy has quit vaping, but at a recent meet and greet, a video caught her vaping when she didn't know she was being filmed. Her half-brother, Chris Combs, often did the heavy lifting of keeping Tammy grounded in the earlier seasons. He would call her out on her bad habits and took emotional hits when she lashed out. In Season 7, however, Chris only shows up for supportive chats, and there's no sign of frustration or concern like before. Instances like these raise questions about how much has truly changed and how much is being left out. Some things weight loss surgery can't fix for Tammy Slaton. Despite the weight loss, Tammy still hasn't gotten her driver's license and continues to rely on others to drive her around. The show never questions why she's avoiding responsibility. On top of that, Tammy rarely acknowledges the people who helped her get here. Chris was the one who took time off work, sat with her at medical appointments, and even went on his own weight loss journey to support her. But Tammy talks about her success as if she did it all alone. Her interviews feel self-centered, and she shows little to no gratitude towards Chris. There are also certain scenes in Season 7 where parts of Tammy's old personality slip through the cracks. For example, in 1000 lb's Sisters Season 7, Episode 6, She's Got This Mentality. Tammy visits Amy's new home and immediately picks it apart. She mocks the backyard and jokes that the Loch Ness Monster must live in the pool because of how dirty it looks. In another episode, Tammy claims that she's now the most attractive sister. It came off as arrogant and mean-spirited, especially towards Amy, who is still trying to lose weight and rebuild her life.